So today we'll discuss about the config tool. Config tool here. Okay. Config tool is the one of the offline tool. SAP config tool here. The agenda of today config tool. So this is the one of the offline tool. Offline means is the SAP your SAP Java system is down. Will you able to access the config tool? Yes. That's why we call it as the offline tool here. So here the location of the config tool, how to launch it means we have to go to the USR SAP SID, then J instance number J2EE config tool. So we have to go to this folder. Then here we need to launch the config tool.bat. If it is the Linux, we need to open this one. If it is the Windows, we need to just to use the config tool. Double click, then it will open the one URL, one tool from here. So yes, so here it is connecting to the database. You can see here connecting to the database. Then if the system is down also, so the config tool is opened here. This is the Java config tool for offline configuration. In case of worst case scenario, your SAP is down, you are unable to use any one of the URLs or any one of the configuration changes, any one of the license. Sometimes what happens, the Java license is expired, you cannot log into the Java system. Then how can we apply the license here? System is up, you can apply the license. System is down, how can we apply the license here? Right? So if the system is up, we can change some parameter. If the system is up, we can do some changes. For Java, especially for the Java systems, even system is down also, even system is down also, we can do the some changes here. Even system is down also, we can so do the some changes in the so here in the config tool. So here in the config tool, just to go to the here. So here, what do you want to change the configuration here? So what do you want to change the configuration here? So here, suppose you want to increase the server process. Here we have only one node. You want to increase the two, then we can change the config tool to the two server process here, right? So VM environments. So these are the Java specific configuration here, VM parameters and everything. So here memory parameters. So there are the three types of memory areas we have in the Java here. One is the so heap size is the last, new size, perm size, and heap size. Right here, initial heap size, max heap size. Right. So new size, max new size, perm size, max perm size. So like this, we have the so the parameters are there. These are the mainly for the Java memory parameter. Java will work based upon this memory parameters here, right? So here the main thing is the heap parameters in the config tool. So heap parameters in the Java side here, heap parameters. So suppose if you, this is the, each node will occupy the 4 GB, each node, each Java node will occupy the 4 GB here. So if you increase the one more node, then there should be a 4 GB memory should be free here. There should be a 4 GB memory should be. Why? Because Java always use the much memory. See here, JSTAR process is using the almost 2 GB memory it is occupying. Almost 2 GB memory, more than 2 GB it is occupying. Remaining 2 GB is for the code, JIT code, compile code, bit code, all the codes will be occupied here. So each node will occupy the consume the 4 GB of the main memory here. If you are trying to increase the one more node, one more Java process, then again you need the one more 4 GB you required here. So better if you have the more memory, then we can keep it here. So here these parameters we can change it here. So 4 GB to 5 GB, 4 GB to 2 GB, 3 GB we can change it here. So the recommended will be the 4 GB here. So if you uplift the RAM size, better to increase the memory parameters also, heap size parameters. These two parameters we have to increase it, heap size, remaining are not required here. This is the very important parameters here. So why? Because Java will run based upon the main memory, RAM memory here. So how much RAM is there? So it will run it here, right? So those are the memory parameters in the, so here. Then system. These are the system related configuration parameters. Don't change anything here. Just keep the things like this here. Sometimes we may have to change some parameters. That time SAP will recommend what parameters, what heat dump for, how it will they will recommend it. You can change it like this, but you don't change it. If you change it here, SAP it won't start it here. Then instance profile, the profile related parameters here. Same in the above, we have the profiles are available, right? Same here also, we have the profiles are available here in the file system level. So those things also we can change it from here also. The profile parameters related configuration, we can change it from here also, right? So then when you go to the log configuration, yesterday also we have seen the log configuration. Same here also we can change the log configuration, applications, managers. So here we have the application manager threads. If you want to change the threads, yesterday we have seen in the Java properties section here. If it is a SAP Java system, SAP Java system is up in the Java properties. In the Java properties section, in the Java properties section, here we can change the all these settings here. So in the Java level, we can change the setting. In case of, if you go to the Java properties section, whatever we are doing here, memory parameters, everything. So here in the Java level also, we can do the changes here. Application thread manager, cache manager. So cache manager, then cache manager, class load manager. So these all are the configuration parameters here, right? So whatever we are doing the changes here, same way here also we can do the changes here, right? You can see here everything we have here, right? So here everything we have. So VM man environment, VM memory parameters, heap size, max heap size, new size, all those things are these coming from here. So either you can do it from the config tool verbose GC. So same we can do it from the here itself, config tool itself. So in case you change the parameter, you restarted, system is not getting up, you need to revert back. Then how can we do that one? So here config tool is the one of the offline tool. Config tool is the one of the offline tool. Even your system is down also, we can access the config tool. Then we can do the changes of the our parameters here. We can do the changes of the our parameters here. Okay, system parameters and additional parameters, whatever we want, everything we can change it from here. So here in case of config tool is not working, there we can change it. In case of Java is not working, from here we can change it here, right? So services. So services field here. If any service specific configurations you want to do, suppose you want to enable the emergency user, then we can do the changes here. We can do the changes of the services here. If you want to destination services, so if you want to do some specific services, anything you want to do some changes here as per the SAP recommendation. If you want to do some SLD changes here, so then we can come to the here, we can do the changes of the ports here. So you want to change the some anything, we can change, we can licensing part. So anything we can do the changes of the system here, right? Anything we can do the changes of the system here. So we can do the service level changes also here, service level changes here. So there is a one parameter emergency user activation. In case of Java level, sometimes what will happen in the worst case scenario, all the users will get locked. All the users, even no one cannot log into, no one can log into the systems. So in this case, what we have to do, we have to activate the emergency user. In this case, we have to go to the Java instances and services. There is a one UME file. One is the UME com.sap.ume. There is a one UME service, user management engine service here. So no one login means even we cannot open the this screen also, NWA screen also here. That time config tool will be helpful here. So no one login means even we also cannot log in here. So but we need to check what's happening, everything. Then in this case, we have to activate the emergency user. So we have to go to the this UME service. Here there is a option. You can see there is a option to enable the emergency user here. So SAP star or DDAC users, we can enable it here. So let's go to the here. there is a option here. UME backend connection that we mapped here. So here security, somewhere here we will get the layer. So UME dot SAP star user activation. So something like that. You will get the option here. LDAP user. Somewhere here, if we clearly see here, access the password, login, log off, redirect. So the failed logon attempts false true. Some security settings, notification, admin email. Suppose in case of anything long, so all the settings we can do it from here. Mail host, mailbox server, principal R3 connection, UME backend connections here. So then, yes, this is the one. Okay. So here, super admin activated. So then we can enable the equals to true. Okay. Then the password, we can set it out here. The password, we can set it out here. So you can see here, I just mouse over, we got the information here. So activate the super SAP star password. You must define to the true, then restart the system. Then we can log in with the SAP star and password. What is the password means? The password which you set here. The password which you set here, that is the password we have to log in here. So these are the super user activation. In case of worst case scenario, all users are locked, then we can activate the emergency user by activating this one. By activating this one, we can activate the emergency user. This is the very important activity, right? So one of the important activity, important question also. Okay. So that is the emergency user activation in the systems. So this is the log configuration means in case of existing logs are not enough, then we can change the log configuration to the, so some errors or something like this here, right? So this is the one. Here, secure store. This is the secure store connections here. How the Java system is connecting to the database here. What is the password here? What is the user here? Sometimes during the refresh, so we may have to refresh from the production data with the quality development Java refresh. Normally people won't do the Java refresh, but sometimes if we perform, so here, the first thing here, we have to come to the config tool, the connection pool. Here we need to change the system details. So user ID, schema, and password details, we have to change it. Then we have to do that one. Whenever you are exporting the system, we need to change the passphrase key sometimes. So that is the key for that export file. Sometimes we may have to change this one. So then we have to change the passphrase key also, we have to change it here, right? So then this is the connection pools in the connection parameters are very important. How the system is connecting to the here 1433 is the port number, right? How the system is connecting to the our backend system. This is the thing here. Okay. So here, based upon this URL, based upon this parameters, user ID and password, it is connecting to our database. Something wrong here, your system, it won't connect. Even config tool also will give the trouble here. Okay. So that is the very important here, secure store. Normally, people won't touch this secure store parameters here, right? So sometimes we may have to go to the expert mode. Once you've done the changes, any changes, we have to apply the changes, save it, right? We have to save that one. So we can also take the backup of the your custom data. Suppose if you've done some changes, we can also take the backup here. Take the backup means we can also export the data here. So then we can import the data also here. Export the data and restore from the backup. We can also do the restore here in the config tool, right? So, so in case of any activity if you are doing, we can take the backup and we can take the, so you can restore it if something goes wrong here. You are not sure about this, all these things here, right? So, so normally sometimes we may have to open the expert mode means same, like, so sometimes we may have to go to the configuration editor. Here, whatever destinations creation, normally in the NWA we are creating the destinations, right? Those destinations creations we can do it from here also. So destinations creation, RFCs creation, PDR, EMB backend connections, some other destinations we created, right? All those destinations we can change it here. Then license also we can apply it from here. So some things, NWA, whatever we are doing in the NWA, few things are possible to do it from here. Sometimes license we have to apply it from here. Then we can come to the here, we can apply the license here, right? So licensing part here. So some parameters, SLD, sometimes we may have to change the SLD parameters. So SLD timeout parameters, SLD. So you have come to the, normally everything we can do the changes from the NWA. So here we can do the changes here. In case of worst case scenario, if we are unable to do that time, so we may have to do it from the, so config tool, licensing, SLD, destinations, some parameter changes. So all those things here we can change it here. All those things we can change it from here. Okay. So that is also one thing here. So that is the one of the settings here in the configuration settings here. So only rare cases we may have to come and we may have to change the status here, right? Then finally just apply the changes here. Then that will be saved. That will be saved here, the config tool, right? So that is the config tool here. So that is the one from the config tool here. Okay. So in case of your Java or NWA, you are unable to log in. So then worst case scenario, we may have to come to the config tool for the offline configuration. Then here we can have to do the changes of the our systems here. Same NWA, whatever we do, same way we will perform the changes in the systems here. Okay, that is the main thing of the config tool here. So the
Ravi, what is the backup location for this
OS level,
config tool?
OS level, there is a one folder. Let me launch here.
Yeah.
There is a, let me open.
Okay.
Or we can, wherever you
Okay,
want.
we can. Wherever we want, we can put the. We can save it.
Right. Suppose I will
Okay, got it.
save it in the.
Yeah, got it.
If we are unable to log into the Java, here we are activating super user, right?
Yes, super user, we can activate it here.
We can share those password and we can able to change it again from there. Manually they can change it.
Which one?
If suppose we are super admin password we are activating now.
Right.
Then after for that using that password and we can log into the Java and we
Yes,
can troubleshoot that issue.
Right. So that is the one. So we are enabling the super user password SAP star and the password we are enabling here. So whatever the password you set here, same password we can log in with, same password we can log in with the your entire system, entire SID you can log in anywhere, you can log in with the same SID. We can troubleshoot it, why users are unable to log in and all those things here.
Again, after troubleshooting, after issue has been resolved, again we have to reset the password, right?
Yeah. Again, we have to revert it. We have to disable it first of all. Disable the emergency user. Just to make it
Emergency.
to the, just to make it to the false. So that will be disabled here. That will be disabled here. So somewhere here it is available. So we have to make it. Yeah, carefully we have to check. There's a lot of parameters with the same naming convention. Carefully we need to check where is that parameter.
Super admin password, I think. Yeah.
Here, deactivate. Activated means true. Deactivated. So if you make it true, so then we can activate it. So if you make it true, then that is activated. We can just set the password. If you remember the password, that is fine. If you don't remember the password, just reset it here. Just custom value true. Then you can just change the custom value to true.
And apply the changes.
Apply the changes that will be saved, then restart the system. So then we can log into the Java system with the SAP stuff. Normally in ABAP level, how we are applying the changes, how we are applying the emergency user, like SAP star with the pass. Same way Java level also we can enable it. This is the one of the frequently asked interview question. How to enable the emergency user at Java level in the config tool. So in the UME service, so we have to do the changes. UME service. This is a security UME service. So here we have to change the settings and everything. We have to do it here. So this is about the config tool. Only rare cases we will use it. In case of worst case scenario, if you are unable to do it from here, we will do it from the config tool itself. We will do it from the config tool itself here. Okay. So in case if any errors, suppose if we talk about the OS level file systems here, so SAP USR, SAP SID, then we have the J instance number. Here we have the work directory. For normally logs, normally ABAP level we discussed about the logs here. For Java logs also here, we need to check these are the things we need to check it out. Dev underscore server 0, std underscore server 0. So here the mainly for Java systems, the logs checking here. For Java systems, the logs in the work directory logs, then log directory. So this work directory logs also called the thread dumps. Normally SAP ABAP, we have the work process logs. Here we have the threads. So thread dumps logs here. So dev underscore server 0, then std underscore server 0, then dev underscore bootstrap. So files are there. So here these are the thread dumps here. We can generate the thread dumps here. Then in the log directory, here we have the default trace star.log files are available here. Default trace files are available here. So in the J00, the work directory, you can see it here, dev underscore server 0, std underscore server 0, so log underscore server 0, here the files are available. Here we have the clear information here, what exactly happening with the server node. So all the information is available here. We can troubleshoot it, what's happening in the system. So all the information will be available in the system here. So these are the log files and the most frequently asked questions. These all are the Java level. They are asking the questions means how to check the logs and where to check the logs. These are the work directory logs. And one more important location is like J2EE cluster server 0 and log file here. Here the default trace files here. Here default trace files here. Here default trace files. So are the log files here. Here we can check and everything here. Each and everything will be recorded in the default trace log file here. So most frequently asked questions here, right? So if anything goes wrong in the Java level, Java means either PI, PO, BPM or SLD, any systems, if something going wrong, the log files will be generated in the default trace file log here. So The interviewer or someone will expect the answer from this one here to check the log files and everything here. Here, I think there is a error we have. See here, each and everything fail time to time it will. So sometimes, so it is invalid response 401. So here you will get the response, all the log files here. So caused by the one of the web service proxy invalid response. So unauthorized response. There is a unauthorized response here. So there is a URL accessing, there is a unauthorized response here. Who is the user is trying to access here. So then fail to retrieve the monitoring information here. So then we can find out what is causing the issue, what are the issues are there here. All the information we can track it from the here. The J2EE cluster server 0 log. This is the location. This is the log directory location here. This is the log directory location here. So this is the location here. This is the work directory location we know. For Java level, additionally, we need to check the cluster server 0 log file, default trace file log, either PI systems or interfaces failures, channel failures, any error, messages are stuck, anything, we can track it in the default trace file log. Here, normally thread dumps and everything we can find out from here. So systems are not starting. So Java systems are not starting means the troubleshooting log files are dev underscore server 0, std underscore server 0, dev underscore bootstraps. So these are the log files are very useful for the troubleshooting here. So very useful for the troubleshooting here. These are the very important log files here. Very important log files here. Okay. To troubleshoot the issues, these are the very important log files. Okay. Normally remaining directories we know, right? Exe, kernel. Above we have the kernel. So Java also we have the exe directory, global directory, right? So profile directory. We have above we have the default profile, instance profiles, two instance profiles, one default profile. Same as like here, same concept here, right? Same structure. The only thing is additionally, so we have here SID for Java, we have the J instance number. For ABAP, you will get the so D instance number, dialog instance number. D means dialog application server. So here the Java, you will see the so J instance number SCS. So it is the SCS for the Java. ABAP, you will see the ASCS here. So that is a small difference between the ABAP and Java. So then, so folders are common. Common structure, common file system structure for ABAP and Java. So log files, work directory log files, same there and here. Here additionally, we have the J2EE folder. In the J2EE folder, we have the cluster and the config tool is available and clusters are available here. Here, JSPM is available that we will not, we are not using the JSPM for patching. We are not using the SDM for patching here. So JSPM is available. These are the old tools actually. Old tools here. So it's a deprecated. They have no deprecated here. So Java JSPM no longer supported. We were use the some tool to perform the maintenance activities and everything here. See here, they are not supporting even. They are not supporting these tools here. So these are the OS level file system structure here. OS level file system structure we have here. Okay. So that is the one thing here for the troubleshooting to check the log files at Java side. So these are the very important here. Okay. So the next one is the so some tool patching, some tool patching and everything here. All right. So any questions regarding the config tool and the troubleshooting logs?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. For Java
Or
system,
if
yeah.
you're going to the different topic, divide the videos, sir. It is better.
Okay.